Guys, so Eziani has finally been caught and arrested on his way trying to flee the country. He was caught and arrested by Nigerian immigration officials who spotted him on the dot and basically put him in cuffs. This billionaire native doctor was trying to flee the country as the scandal was spiraling around the internet, so clearly everyone knew what he looked like. I don't know what he thought was going to happen when he tried to run away. We also now know his name to be Levi Obieze, and currently we don't have much details surrounding the incident leading up to his arrest. We just see pictures of him, and there are sources claiming that he apologized, saying that it was the devil's handwork and all of that, and that is as far as we know so far regarding him being caught. For those of you who don't know the story, we've already posted the first part of the story on our page. Eziani is the native doctor currently trending after it was discovered that he was partaking in human sacrifices in one of his properties where a 13-year-old girl was kidnapped into, and it was discovered that a pregnant woman and another man and maybe more bodies were found buried in his foundation. Right now, this story is taking a whole toll on itself. Nigerians have not even recovered from the news, and it just feels good to finally hear that he has been caught. As at the time of making this video, I had already made the previous video, which you would see now, of us talking about some of the updates coming up regarding the men that worked with him and the people in his gang. I was about to upload the video when we got the news that he had been caught and arrested, so that's why we're making this video first. There have been other updates regarding this incident, and you can watch on it now, and also put in mind now that we've updated you guys that he has been caught. If there is more details regarding him being caught and arrested, we will let you guys know. The bodies that were found in the site of his new home has now been evacuated. The government has taken it upon themselves to take the bodies for autopsy, apparently. Hopefully they run thorough autopsy on these deceased people. But what we don't know is how many bodies were recovered. It's looking like it's about 3 to 4. It may have been just 2. They were supposed to kill the young girl they had kidnapped, but that didn't happen. So we don't know how many bodies are laid under the foundations of this man's new property. However, what we do know is that members of his so-called white club occultist syndicate are now being targeted because videos showing this man at a wedding wearing red with a group of other people wearing the same kind of clothes is now raising eyebrows. People are now looking at this video with a whole new lens. On the man's Facebook page, you could see that this video was posted about a year ago, so it's almost not as recent as we think. However, it's giving an indication that this may have been going on longer than we thought, longer than we think. And I guess it's now time for the people in the community to identify each and every one person in this video, to know how far their involvement is and how long they've been doing these human sacrifices. Because many people suspect that this is clearly not the first time, and there would be a high chance and a high possibility that they've been doing this for so long. If this is the basis of this man's wealth, then there's a chance that he may have killed way too many people. But this is a question everyone is asking: who and who is aware, and who is involved, and how far are this involvement of these people? A lot of people have questioned the man's wife, which I haven't seen videos of, asking whether did the man's wife know, was she aware? We haven't heard or seen any videos of them being arrested. So if he's on the run, I'm sure his wife, and if he has children, are also on the run. There are also videos of him giving money to community elders and people in the surroundings. How much do these people know? Because you all forget human sacrifice. This is a case of murder. This is a case of killing. This man has taken the lives of multiple people. The pregnant woman that we saw that he killed and buried in his foundation, that is 2 people that he killed, because the woman is pregnant, and if she had twins, then it's 3 people we're talking about here. This man is a serial killer. And if he has a group of occultic people on his side, then those people need to be held accountable to the extent of their knowledge of it, first of all, and then their involvement of it. Another thing again to note is, in our previous video, hopefully if you haven't seen the video, you can check our pages. We've uploaded the first video. This is just a follow-up. We did indicate that he is a known native doctor, so I want people not to forget that he is a known herbalist. One thing is, many people see native doctor now as people who just practice old deities and old practice. And in his Facebook, you could see that he had made sacrifices and done a lot of fetish things that seem to be accepted, because as far as we know, he was only killing animals. In his Facebook, you could see him kill a cow, you could see him kill a ram, you could see the calabashes. There's even a video of him in the water, in the river, appeasing the gods. So these practices, as fetish as they are and very obvious to other people in the community, did not raise alarm. I guess there is a limit to how much a native doctor could go.
I'm our prince of Ajado Borg. Here's your one boss as they play the show. Pick up your honor. I'm not sure that behind the target good. I can't walk a minute in the Punya. Man, not your tea. I will tell you. Man, not your progress. I will tell progress. Go to your village. You will see solution there. I can't have money. Oh, I don't need them. I buy up Najero Borg. Go coach him. Me, no criminal as I give. I'm where as I give. Address them as I give. Luton Massey Johnson. You address them. Your address. You go to now 9 miles. USM. My direction. You ain't fight before. Only one man. Go to your village and receive blessings. One number 091 341 60 382. All number more.
These are native doctors that if you ask them, they will tell you, we don't kill people, we only kill animals, and we only do other sacrifices like birds, chickens, without having to kill human beings. But to see that this is what it turns out to be for this man shows that, well, I guess there is more to these native doctors than we see. In the video where he was on the water, you could see that he is actually making this a business. So this man, even his phone number is written on it. He announces his phone number. And that is a problem we've seen with native doctors who advertise. It's so rampant. I tell you, people, it's rampant. Even when you go on dating apps like Tinder, you see chief priestesses advertising their charms and their juju. And that is what we've seen in multiple stories, where, like the one that happened in Ghana, where those kids killed one of their younger friend with a video game for rituals. They saw the advert on the news. We've done multiple stories where people get caught up in this ritual syndicate just because they saw somebody make an advert on either Facebook, Instagram, social media, or some dating apps. And this is one of those things. So, how many people has this man done a human sacrifice for? I personally feel that everybody in his video, every single person in that red dress, in that party spraying money, should be forensically figured out, identified, and asked questions, because these are people of interest. Another thing again I would suggest for the government to do is to identify who these victims are. Who are these victims? I do know that one of the people in his supposed ritual syndicate was supposed to be a bike man. I think he's one of the people that were caught and beaten, because they caught a few of the people in his group. People who hang out around him a lot were unfortunate, and some of them confessed to, I think one of them who claimed to be an Okada man confessed to actually being the one who lured the said pregnant woman to that dungeon. He pretty much picked up this woman who was going somewhere and took her there, and that was how she was taken there. The video looks scary and creepy, as though she was dressed and as though she was decapitated amputated per se on her leg. And it's sickening and horrifying to see, and to also imagine how much more and how much others that he may have done this with. Mind you, it does look like it's recent. So this is a body that seemed to be in the early stage of decomposition from what we could see. So we are assuming that pregnant woman and the said man and the other bodies may have been there within a space of 1 to 2 weeks. I wonder who the woman is. I wonder where her family is, her husband, siblings. I wonder how much they would be looking for this woman. And I also wonder how many more people these people have taken and blinded and covered the eyes of everyone around them with money. It's very horrifying. Now, another problem that I also want to express as regarding this story is, I know this is the part where we will have some issues. Why is the government breaking down properties? Why do we always do this a lot? I don't understand why anytime somebody commits some kind of crime like this, before the person is even arrested, before an investigation is done, before a proper forensic assignment has been carried out, they are already breaking down properties. I feel like the police should have gotten into this house and searched every single spot of this house. The ceiling, the well, the bathroom, the underground. I can bet you that there would be more to see in this man's main house. The fact that in less than 24 hours after this news break, the Enugu state government is breaking down buildings only looks like they are trying to cover up something. I don't understand why we go to burn down buildings once we see that a crime has been committed. And when you burn down these buildings, you're burning down evidence. You're burning down the possibility to arrest more people. There are so many people that could be implicated if we just do the thorough searching of that house. The details, the information, who sold the land, who bought the land, how he got the properties, who is in the wardrobe, the shrines, and the pictures of people. Like, there's so many ways to go about finding out what this man and his group are about, other than breaking down the buildings. Now, another aspect of the update that is coming up now is that native doctors in Enugu are now protesting against the backlash that they are getting, because right now everybody's eyes is on the native doctors. Everybody's eyes now on other native doctors, and this native doctor have come to deny that Eziani is part of them, saying that they don't use guns and they don't kill human beings for rituals. So there's a group of native doctors in the community setting up a protest to deny their association with Eziani. On the flip side on this story, a lot of people have also observed that the young 13-year-old girl that was rescued seemed to be wearing a rosary on her neck, and many people are pointing out the fact that that rosary could have been what helped rescue her. And believe what you may, some people believe that that helped. Some people, it don't matter what you believe at this point, but in situations like this, anything goes. As long as this young lady or this young little girl was rescued, and her voice is what has led to the exposure of this man and his dealings, it's something to celebrate. It's something to, point out, and it's something to hold up high and say that, okay, maybe the rosary did help her. So far, this is all we have. This is all that we have, and we are hoping for more updates. We are hoping that, they will find this monster and his cohorts. There was a guy that was caught. I don't have the video of it, but we've seen pictures of a man that was beaten and bruised. He was in the house first when the angry youths came, and he claimed to be a security, but it turned out that this said man was somebody who had come here to do his own sacrifice. He had come to Eziani to help, run his sacrifice for his ritual for something else that he wanted to do personally. Eziani was supposed to do some kind of personal ritual for him, and he was waiting for the final one. It was supposed to be a water one, but unfortunately this whole thing blew up, and he could not finish it, which I'm starting to think that part of the bodies that were thrown in that uncompleted building underground was for him also, because this is a lot. This is too much. And unfortunately, he was caught and overpowered, beaten, and I think he's in the police custody. We don't know if the police have started, looking for him. We hope that they do, and I don't think he can run very far. As far as I know, I can imagine that his next guest will be to run to either Anambra State or to Lagos. So we will be on the lookout for somebody with so much money. I think he has options of where to go to. Another thing that I think is that he knows people. He knows someone. There's somebody, like, he's not by himself. There are people who are in high positions that may be aware that he may have also helped, that could in turn, in this situation, protect him. And I hope those people start thinking with their head and disassociate themselves from him, because it's bad. He has been exposed, and no matter how much connection he has, he will be held accountable for this. So if you're a wealthy man and a powerful man and you're watching this video and you're associated with Ezeani, this is time to get rid of him. Otherwise, you will be dragged into, and I would like to see that happen, honestly. So you guys stay tuned, stay subscribed, stay following this page. Whenever there is an update, I will let you guys know. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know where you think this man is, and let me know if you think that everybody in that video wearing red may have also been involved in ritual killing. Let me know your thoughts.